All right, so today I'm joined by Lorenzo, the Juggernaut Hunt. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, everybody? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, of course. So, first of all, we got the two division BKFC champ in the building right now.
Yes.
So, I want to say congrats on all your success, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. It's been a lot of work, and I'm continuing doing well, and I'm going to continue do well.
Hell yeah. Well, I'd like to kind of start in the beginning with your story a little bit. I looked it up somewhere. It looks like you're from Ohio. Is that where you're originally born?
Yeah, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, I grew up there, and I grew up later moved to a little town called Leary, Ohio, Lorain County area, and just was kind of, I had young parents, so we kind of moved around, bopped around a little bit till we got settled down, and all the trials and tribulations that came with it, helped develop me as a person.
Yeah. What was your childhood like a little bit as far as maybe like your parents raising you and stuff like that? Were they around a lot or working busy and stuff because they're young?
I mean, everybody's childhood is different. Everybody has, they grow up with a different, different story. I don't think anyone's any better than the other. Like I said, my mother was super young. My father was working hard, super busy guy. Very, very militant, very disciplinarian. At the same time, I was a little wild. I was a little out there a little bit. We moved a lot, so I had time to develop, different personalities and figure out how to move with different people and kind of make myself be noticed or not be noticed. I developed some, I would say some different skills, different skills than other people. I'm sure like the army brats and stuff like that. I'm sure they understand, moving around and having to force yourself and learn and on the fly, So like,
Yeah.
I was hated by some, I was loved by some. It just was a tripped out childhood.
Yeah, it seems like it played out kind of perfectly with the career you chose too. But you said your dad was in the army and stuff, so you guys were moving
No, no,
around a
no.
lot. It wasn't too steady.
My father wasn't in the army, but he was very
Mm.
militant. And what I mean by
Yeah.
disciplinarian, like he was very, very strict. And like I said, it came with its a bit of rebellion and vice versa. But basically, I learned to love my dad, and he taught me martial arts, and it just kind of just snowballed into this brotherly love that we have now. Growing up, I finally figured out that he was actually my best friend, and I originally thought he was my worst enemy, and it just worked out after that. Once I started to try to learn from him and mimic his behaviors and his discipline, and instead of fighting it so much.
Yeah. He kind of just wanted the best for you. He wasn't worried about whether or not you like him when you were younger, that seems like, right?
Nah, we were not friends.
Yeah.
We were not friends. Like I literally hated the dude. I used to try to kill him. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I was like, wow, thank God it didn't work. But he's like this ultra man, and I never seen him cry. I never seen him call a day off work. I never seen him make an excuse. He just was always there, just like a sentinel, like a man. It's actually an amazing dude, and he's still there. He's still in my corner until the day, just rooting for me and still pushing me. A lot of the plays, a lot of the things that you see me do, he calls it. He's very good at reading people. He reads my opponents very well. And he just calls it, and I just listen to him just like that. I don't even hesitate. I often tell him that the voice in my head is his actual voice. So there isn't much difference between when he says something and I say something. It sounds the same. So it just gets done.
Yeah. That's interesting. Does he corner you too, or he kind of
Yeah.
just talks to you behind the scenes?
No, he corners me. Yeah, he's my dad. He's my coach.
Okay.
He's right there every fight. You'll see him right behind me, and he tells me, kind of tells me what to do. And he's real calm about it, and I actually have to bring myself down even in order to hear him, which is a little trick that he does, to calm me. And it just works out, man. Those of you who out there who have a father, who have a father in your corner rooting for you, you know what I'm talking about. This guy, it's something different when you got a dad. He froze up on me, man.
Yeah, I
Froze up.
see you now. Are you? Yeah, you're back here. You said that your dad just corners you, and it seems like he's giving you a lot of advice in your
Yeah,
fights.
corners me. He's real calm. When I come to the corner, he has a way of speaking to me that just brings me down, and he's like, he makes eye contact and he knows me. He knows exactly what I'm thinking, and just a symbiotic relationship that other guys just don't have. If you look at Mayweather and his father, and a lot of the guys who had their father coaching them, they turned out great. And it's just because it's just something about that first voice. It's always there. It's right there, when you need it.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. You got it happens more often in boxing these days, but you see it in MMA too. You got Steven Wonderboy and his dad.
Yeah.
But even that young kid, Kermel Moten coming up right now?
Yeah.
In boxing?
Yeah.
His dad's been fucking training him since he was before he's 10 years old,
Yeah, it's like a remote control, they say that with age and experience and youth and when you get the perfect mixture together, my father, I honestly I have a video of my father calling out a particular punch. It was the me versus Eric Lozano, and he was saying I don't like how the guy leans back, he's like, I want you to throw the same punch twice. Just throw the same punch twice in the same sequence. And then he got up, and my father's 60, 65 or 66. He got up and he showed me. He did it 4 times, and I was like, I didn't really agree with it, but I was like, all right, I'll try it. And I'm fighting this guy, and then when I ran out of ideas, I just was like, oh, let me shoot this shot. It was crazy. It was the craziest knockout out of all of them. It was perfect. He you could have did that in the first round. I told you what to do. I'm like, you're right. So, they know stuff. They know.
What was that one? Was it something he saw where the guy was slipping your first shot and then he was leaving himself open or something like that? Or how did that one work out in that situation?
That's exactly it. Sometimes we watch the guys fight, sometimes but on this particular guy, Eric Lozano, he leans back when you reach for him. He leans just out of range. When my father said, hey, the hand's already there, just throw it again. And I looked at it, it looked like more like a windmill to me. It was like how girls fight. I'm not doing that, but it was perfect. So today, it is still one of the most devastating knockouts in BKFC. Double right hand. What the hell? It was crazy.
Yeah. It's one of those things too where sometimes maybe there's a lack of trust. If you have a coach who you've only known for a couple of years, that might just go right out the other side of your ear, With your dad, like you said, you got that trust. You're I'll try it.
Yeah, I've been through that too. Coaches, sometimes they're hollering. Yeah. Especially in MMA, you got coaches, they're just hollering Japanese words during a fight. And it's what the hell are you talking about? You know what I mean? I'm fighting for my life, talking to me in Japanese. Omoplata, Kimura, man, what the fuck? But
I forgot what that shit was.
Yeah, but with your dad, you guys speak the same language.
Right.